set the scene. You know what? No, it's snowing. And you're like,
That could be hot.
I've got to make sure that your car is cleared off. Like, hey, you need help. You need help clearing off your car.
Let me warm your seat. Let me warm your seat for you.
All I'm thinking of is dick right now. So I can't.
And welcome back to Give It To Me Straight.
I'm Alex.
And I am John.
And we're your gracious host. Wow, John, that was amazing. Okay, went a little too long. What's going on?
Do you guys like our setup? Do you like our setup?
No, every week. I just hope that by the time we move back into our house, it's comfortable, you know, because I feel like every week it's different.
I'm at a straight 90-degree angle, full back support. We took our kitchen chairs.
But is that what you like, though? You wanted that.
My back doesn't hurt right now. I'll stay. I'm comfortable.
What do you want, John? Do you want a gaming chair? Is that like what would be nice for you?
Just back support. This thing's jammed in my dick right now, though, this table. You know what this table reminds me of? Like
Goose
when you got to
high
high
school. Not going to cut to the center shot because it's just going to be John's ball sack.
Smuggling grapes, baby.
Another reason why you guys should watch on YouTube.
But this table reminds me of like middle school, high school. You know, like
like a desk.
The arm tables. Except I'm left-handed, so I never got it. I always had to like turn and write on the right side.
Those desks were not for left-handed students.
Right, it was unfair. There was actually like two, in like the whole building.
You know what they say about left-handed people?
We're the smartest ones.
No.
And we die
quicker. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was a thing.
So enjoy your time.
I heard that you're more creative. So John, I think it's in there. You just have
somewhere
to dig
in there.
deep.
Well, you can be creative in different things.
That's true.
I haven't found what I'm creative in yet, but it's out there.
You're creative.
In what?
I'm trying to think.
Okay, we'll get back to me. So, our week, let's go through it.
Yeah, what did you do?
What did I do?
I'll say what we've done. We are loving the Airbnb that we're at because we're able to walk places, which is nice.
I know I'm scared I'm not going to like our house because I'm so used to like being here and actually getting out of the house and walking Kobe, going to get coffee and stuff. It gets us out.
I think there's pros and cons though. Like there's still reasons why I like where we're located. And I think it's still more private at our house than we have.
I mean, it's more private. We can't walk anywhere. The minute we go on that main road, we're dead.
Splat.
Yeah. So
Sploot.
It's nice that we can like walk around here.
Yeah. I don't like there's no yard here though.
No.
I don't love.
But I don't really go outside anyways. So.
Well, you would. Like I do.
I want to just like sit outside.
The thing is though, like this place is good enough for the months that we'll be here while our house is getting renovated that I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like it's a nice spot. I'm happy here. I feel comfortable.
Minus the explosion last night.
Right. But everyone was...
That was wild.
John
I didn't see it. You saw it.
John and I were sitting... What were we watching?
Cruel Summer or something?
Was that last night or the night before? I don't remember. But we were sitting on the couch and... Oh, it was the night before. It was Saturday night.
It wasn't last night?
No.
Oh my God. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah. So we're sitting on the couch watching a movie or a show. I can't recall.
That's so irrelevant. It doesn't fucking matter. I'll tell a story. We're watching something.
No, because John, you didn't
massive...
see it. All of a sudden, I think we're under attack. I see a flash of light and I'm like, this is it. An alien invasion.
Do you think it was like Red Dawn?
Well, all on for some reason, my algorithm is showing like all these UFOs flying around. And I'm like, this is it.
Hey, they're out there. I believe it.
I know.
There's aliens. But anyways, I'm pretty sure the telephone pole is like right in the backyard. I feel like something like exploded. Probably a squirrel. It was like kaboom.
Yeah.
You thought it was a gunshot. I'm like, if somebody shot anything, it was a fucking bazooka.
We used to hear gunshots all the time, but I forgot, I guess, what they sounded like.
No,
that was
more of
a
a
huge
pop
explosion.
Sound. Yeah, this was.
Remember that? When we were living in Raleigh, right next to our house. Bop, 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 bop,
yeah,
bop,
that was
bop,
wild.
bop. While we were brushing our
time
teeth.
To go.
And you know what John does? He goes outside towards danger.
I'm like, what's out here? Like, what am I gonna do?
Exactly.
I was like, is everyone okay? Everyone's like, shut the fuck up.
Go
inside.
back inside. Nobody was harmed. Just another Tuesday.
It was crazy.
But yeah, so there was an explosion. I thought we were under attack, but we weren't.
How unprepared we are, by the way, because it's like we don't have cable or like we don't know what's going on. So we're like, how, like news wise, I'm like trying to find like just what's going on.
Twitter, I guess you could go on Twitter.
I don't have Twitter
either.
I don't think I've ever
But I would
used it.
Google Twitter. Like if ever an app is down,
You could use
I'm always
Twitter
like,
if you're not a user.
Instagram down and then Twitter. Well, you could like see them. I think they pop up on Google. Just like if you don't have a TikTok or an Instagram, like you could still see posts, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I love how then the next day I was just trying to talk to anyone I saw on the street. Like, hey, did you hear that last night? Like, I'm a crazy person. The first lady, I couldn't have said it in a more like creepy way. I'm like, hey, do you live around here? And she was walking her dog. She's like, this is how she answered me. She goes like that. Like she didn't say anything. I go, hey, the reason I'm asking.
You gotta know though, John, that like you as a man, like you can't just go asking women these things. Like we are going to respond as if like you're trying to kidnap us and kill us.
I'm like such a good actor. I know how to like.
That's not acting. You
act
legitimately
I know how
wanted
to act
to
like
know.
like I'm a very concerned sis. I'm like, hey, listen. I heard something last night. I just want to make sure my wife and I are okay. I didn't say it like
Not you're okay. I want to make sure I'm okay.
I basically, but I didn't say it like that. I was like, hey, do you live around here? And she was like uncomfortable. I'm like, listen, just the reason I ask is we heard this massive explosion last night. Like, did you hear that? She's like, yeah, I did. And then she was like, there's a bunch of fireworks going off. That was not a fucking firework though.
No, it was
Maybe
not.
It was her.
Doing some shady shit.
Anyways.
Otherwise, we're fine. We were not under attack. We don't know what it was. I'm just glad there was no like forest fire started. I don't want to be responsible for that.
I know.
Not that we did anything, but I just feel like one spark away
even like
from lighting up all of California.
Exactly. Even when I smoke cigars, I'm like, I don't even want to ash anywhere. I'm like, it's crazy.
Not worth it.
All right. Well, I think that's it. But before we move on to the first question, guys, like, subscribe.
Leave a review.
Leave a fucking amazing review.
And share with your friends because John and I love doing this podcast, but you know what's going to keep it going?
More listeners.
More listeners. We love it and we love you and we thank you for your support.
Thank you. Grow with us. Help us grow. Wait, let's grow together.
And thank you to Every Plate for sponsoring this episode. Are you in need of a summer refresh? Well, we've got just the thing for you. Check out the new curated collection of refreshing veggie-full recipes from Every Plate. Get ready to indulge in feel-good food that will invigorate your taste buds and nourish your body. Picture yourself enjoying a mouth-watering feta stuffed salmon salad or savoring a satisfying Mediterranean steak and rice bowl. And for those looking for nutrish and delish meals, try the one-pan sweet chili turkey lettuce wraps or the one-pan chicken fajitas with pico de gallo. All these dishes are packed with flavor and come in at 650 calories or less. The best part, you could customize Every Plate meals to your liking with options to swap proteins and sides or even add a protein to a veggie dish. And you have the freedom to create meals that suit your preferences. It's all about making it your way. Every Plate offers an incredible variety of 26 tasty and affordable recipes to choose from each week. Whether you need a quick 15-minute dinner, a breakfast option available 24/7, they've got you covered. And if you're craving more, you can explore up to 22 additional sides, lunches, snacks, desserts, and more. It's a win-win for your taste buds and your wallet. And the best part, Every Plate saves you precious time on those busy weeknights because nobody hates grocery shopping more than me. No more scrambling for recipe ideas or spending hours in the grocery store. It's all conveniently delivered to your doorstep. Get started now with Every Plate today for just $1.49 per meal. Yes, you heard that right. By visiting everyplate.com/podcast and entering the code GIVE49, you can enjoy this incredible offer. Again, that's everyplate.com/podcast and enter code GIVE49 to start enjoying delicious meals at an unbeatable price.
And this podcast is also sponsored by Cerebral. Are you tired of spending a fortune on traditional therapy sessions? Well, we have great news for you. Introducing Cerebral, the 100% online mental health service that provides expert therapy and medication management for anxiety, depression, insomnia, stress, burnout, and so much more. Did you know that the average cost of therapy session is over $100? That's thousands of dollars spent per year. But with Cerebral, you can receive top quality care without breaking the bank. Here's how it works. Simply take a brief assessment and Cerebral will match you with a personalized care team based on your unique needs and preferences. No more waiting for weeks to be seen. In fact, 80% of our members see a provider within 5 days. But what about the cost? Don't worry, Cerebral has you covered. We offer affordable plans that are available with or without insurance. Plus, we have a special offer just for our listeners. When you sign up today, you'll receive access to Cerebral's Strong Start package. This incredible offer allows you to save up to $160 when you buy 2 or more months of care in advance, depending on your plan selection. Don't miss out on quality mental health care that's accessible and affordable. Visit Cerebral.com/straight to get started. That's Cerebral.com/straight. Join Cerebral today and take the first step towards a happier and healthier lifestyle. All right, first question.
All right. Question number 1. Can one episode be nice without arguing and swearing? I wonder what encouraging things for relationships you would actually talk about.
Oh, I am fucking sweating.
Do you need me to reread that question?
Dude, fuck them. I heard that. Whatever.
I think off.
If you can't make fun of each other, I saw something on Instagram yesterday, which I don't know if it's real or not, but couples that lightly make fun of each other have a stronger, better relationship.
Also, like, this is a podcast where we give advice and we're a fucking married couple. Married people argue. People in relationships argue.
If you don't,
normal people
if you're not fighting,
argue.
Is it real?
Is that the question?
What?
If you're not fighting, is it real?
I mean, no, that's a statement. I'm making that statement.
Is it even real if you don't argue? I would argue that no, it's not. Moving on.
What's weird is just like, we're probably at our 90th episode. Are you just now realizing that we're...
And also, can one episode be nice without arguing and swearing? Fuck no.
No.
It would be boring as shit.
That's the whole point. If we just agreed with each other all the time, you're not getting two perspectives.
Us. Do you want us to just be fake?
That'd be so boring. Why would you even listen to us?
Moving on.
You're right, Alex. I agree with everything you're saying. John, you're so awesome. Thanks, Alex. You're so awesome too. Fuck off.
And then we hate each other for the rest of our lives. All right, I'm moving on. Next question. I don't need relationship advice because ain't nobody want to date me anyway. So here's an ick question. Would you have dated someone who has the same name as one of your parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, etc.? So same...
First name or last name?
I guess first name. But however, I was in a full relationship with someone who had the same last name as me. For
it's not me.
3 years. And we weren't related. At least we looked into it.
It's just weird that... Was this high school?
Yeah, high school into college, yeah.
You guys lived in the same town and had the same last name.
I mean, New York is a big place. There's tons of Italians there, like, of course. But we did do research that we were not related. But
Was it 23andMe around
But I
there?
think first name, like, would I date a Dan or a Daniel? Like, would you date a Jen? If I was Jen, would you date me?
You can't look anything like her.
People think that I do look like Jen.
I don't think you look like
her. And
her.
I think that I'm like Jen a lot.
I think
that's why I love Jen so much, is because I'm like, she's just like me.
This is making me uncomfortable. I don't think you are.
Okay, but
you guys are both loud.
Okay, but name-wise, if it was just my name, would you date me?
And nothing else was like, you don't...
Yeah, I'm obviously not your actual sister.
Well, I don't know. Like, now I'm saying, like, is it same name and your personality's closer?
No, I am me, as me, but my name is Jen.
I don't know.
That's my mom's name, too. Jen, and then your sister's Jen. Jen had a moment.
Probably depend how desperate I was.
I think I would still date you if you were a Dan.
If I was single for a while, I'm like, I got to find someone. I think I would start like...
You would really let that get in the way? I don't think that's weird really at all. It's just a fucking name. It's not a person.
Well, you're saying who you are because you kind of... Now, the more I think about it, the more you act like my sister. So now, like, I don't need any more... correlation between the two of you.
John's gonna divorce me just because he has an ick.
This is in my head now. I'm just gonna like be thinking about this the next couple days.
There's too many Dans in my family though. At this point, you would be like the 9th one.
I will say this, like how long we've been together, it's just crazy. Personality wise, like so many things have to align to have a good relationship and just like to like someone,
right?
You know, and to have that be the issue, I'm like, that's just you're in such an uphill battle. There's so many other things.
Right.
That's so minuscule.
Yeah. I don't think that that's the nail in the coffin to not date someone is because of their name.
Right.
Maybe their last name if you want to marry them, because then you could choose what name you want to take. But otherwise, no.
I guess you wouldn't have to change any of your like passport or anything if you had the same last name. That's kind of convenient.
I know. I almost just hyphenated it or squared it. But don't worry, John. I ended up with you. Next question. My boyfriend and I have known each other for 6 months now, and he's already thinking about getting engaged. Is it normal for a relationship to be moving this fast? What do you recommend?
Her brother?
What?
Who's getting married?
Were you listening?
Kind of. Sorry.
My boyfriend and I have known each other for 6 months. And he's already thinking about getting engaged. Now you're thinking about like marrying your sibling.
Brother, what's happening? I mean, if you guys are both happy and ready for it, time doesn't matter. Everyone has a different like opinion on
when you know
how much time's too much time or not enough time.
And listen, your only battle with that is going to be like against the world, because people are going to be like, oh my God, it's not enough time to know each other. But like, who cares? If you guys are a good match, like it can work. I think you just have to know yourself, and if you guys align. But
like, are you going to let other people's opinions make you
not
miss out on something potentially?
Like, would I get engaged after 6 months of dating someone? I don't know. We didn't. But like, is that to say that I would never? I don't know. I
think the fact that you're concerned about it, you're thinking about it, maybe you're not necessarily ready at this time.
Right.
If you're questioning it, because
there's a lot of things to factor into like what it means to be ready. Like, do you guys live together? Are you financially independent? Have you had the tough conversations?
Regardless of that, I'm just talking about like, I think when you know. And the fact that like this is a concern of yours means just like give it a little more time till you feel like you're ready. I think you already know. If you're asking that question, you're probably like a little concerned that it's too quick. But make sure that's your thought and not other people's thoughts putting that in your head.
Right. Because
God, I just fucking crushed that question.
Okay, I'll just move on then.
Oh my God.
Next question. I grew up in a family that struggled financially, so I turned out to be very low maintenance. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law, however, are always getting their nails done, eating at expensive places, and buying each other brand name purses. That's just not me. How do I bond with them without compromising who I am and seeming snobby or disrespectful?
Is there anything else that they like that's not going to cost so much fucking money?
I just think people are well-rounded enough that you should be able to connect with people regardless of like their spending habits. You know, like what are their other hobbies, like you said?
Yeah, but like also hopefully like read the room, mother-in-law. Like obviously your daughter-in-law is a little more frugal, I guess. And so think about how you can nourish that relationship in a way that she feels comfortable. Oh my God, I am on fucking fire. I am on fire today. I had coffee, bean level 5.
Level 5.
I am just like cranked up. I'm like the relationship guru right now. Call me John, the love doctor.
It's going to be a new segment, Love Dr. John.
Wow.
We're just going to rename this podcast Love Dr. John.
I'm like euphoric.
I'll just go fuck myself.
I don't even think you should have a rebuttal to that.
I'm not like disagreeing with what you're saying. I just was going to add.
So
you don't think I should add anything to that?
Do you have anything actually?
What I said was perfect.
Can you even do a conclusion to that? I think not.
You're so annoying today. Next question. Close that shit up. Moving on. John, this one's probably a good one for you to answer too. Look at you sitting there like, bring it. You know what? We watched Arnold.
I think that's why I'm acting the way I am, because I'm just like stoic.
Arnold. That's how you looked like you were sitting.
I'm going to pump you up. We're all over the place. What does this have to do with the...
Next question.
Got it.
I'm a healthcare provider, outpatient PT. That's physical therapy, right? For everyone who doesn't know.
Mad respect to PT, OT, SLP. Go healthcare. Go rehab.
And I am totally smitten.
I don't know why I just did.
Shut it.
Yes, I didn't mean to.
Go Wolfpack. I'm a healthcare provider, outpatient PT, and I am totally smitten with a new patient of mine. Had I met them under different circumstances... What? Had I met them under different circumstances, I would 100% pursue getting to know them more. I keep pretty tight professional boundaries, but I can't help but think I'm missing an opportunity. What are your thoughts on this situation, and what would you do? P.S. I would never compromise a patient's care by being unprofessional or unethical. That being said, I do love many of my patients and stay in friendly contact with some if they would like after they are discharged.
Beneficence.
John, I wish that you were my therapist. I'd be like, ooh, stretch me, John.
I'd be fired.
Ow.
Ow. Don't do that.
Ooh, harder.
Jeez. Well,
Pull my hair. Is that not part of the
that's not part of stretching.
I would make it part of our routine.
I'd be like, this wasn't part of the exercise
Oh my
program.
gosh, John. Dr. John.
Nope.
Tell me what you
I am
would
not a
do.
doctor.
Tell me what you would do. You're a love doctor.
I am a love doctor. That's right.
All right. What would you do?
Well, is it a woman?
I don't know.
They are correct in saying they'll wait till the end, right? Like you're fine. You're not doing anything inappropriate. Like once services have ended, like after their last therapy session, it's outpatient. I would even wait till they're actually out of the building because you have their info. I don't know. I don't know if you would say something at the end of your last session or not say anything at all in that
John,
building.
I know you worked with geriatrics, but have you ever worked
no.
with anyone who you were like, I want her number?
No.
It's boring.
Oh.
Oh.
No, my like clinical rotation, the person that oversaw me.
She wanted your number?
No, opposite. She turned me down.
You asked for her number?
After I was done with the rotation.
She turned you down?
Mm-hmm.
Was it because it was like unethical? I would never do that to you, John. If you were my doctor,
you know what? You know why? It was probably because she knew how much money I was making.
Oh, John.
And I was just starting out, and she was going for like doctors.
Stop. Maybe. Who knows?
It couldn't be my personality.
Have you seen? Of course not. And if she saw, never mind.
I was broke.
Have you seen those TikToks of the massage therapist who
Nope.
yes, I showed them to you and I was like, look at this guy
I've
in
definitely seen
LA.
it.
He's giving like all these sexy massages. Like I would immediately fall in love. So John, you
Excuse me?
No, like if I was a single lady getting a massage from that man,
I would cave that dude's face in.
No, well, because we're married. So I would never, John, of course. But I can't imagine like even being that guy and just like you're oily and
If that
rubbing.
guy was rubbing me down like he was rubbing those women down, I'd be scared to get an erection.
That's what I'm saying.
You'd be like, time to turn over. I'd be like, sir, I can't. I'm gonna lay supine for now.
I'm literally about to poke through this table. So
I know you have a hole for my face, but could you put a hole down there for me?
like Zoolander, and then he just starts like going to war. I just think, yeah, I guess you would have to wait. But I mean, if
What
the
was the
connection
question?
is there, he's smitten or she is smitten with their patient.
Wait till the end. The big question is, I don't know if you wait till they're out of the building. I wouldn't do it in the building at all, I think. So
Could you get fired for that? Probably.
I think so.
But you're both of age, you know?
No, but it's unprofessional. It's in the building.
It just like,
I don't know if you get fired or not. I'm pretty sure you just do not do it on the grounds at all. But then again, I don't know how you'd get that person's information without it being creepy. Hey, I got your number from your case file.
I guess, no. You would have to like follow them out of the building and be like, hey, I'm walking you to your car. Or hey, real quick, you forgot.
I'm walking you.
You
You
forgot
say
this.
how creepy I am when I asked the lady about the boom last night.
Yeah, but there's like
Now
a
you're
vibe.
gonna walk someone to the car.
Okay, but there's a vibe. Like there's a creepy vibe.
Hey,
There's
pretty
ways
lady.
to do it. Or like, you know what I mean? There's ways to do it. Or like you chase after him or her and just be like, hey, you forgot this piece of paper. And be like, by the way, you want to fuck?
Are you setting the scene right now?
Yeah.
Are you kind of stealing my
John,
thing?
I didn't say I'm setting the
You
scene.
kind of just.
I'm just.
we're
Is it
trying to set
because
the
I'm
scene.
painting such a good picture for you
No,
that you're
you sound
imagining
creepy.
a scene?
You sound great.
Yeah.
You go, hey, do you want to fuck? That's what you just said.
Yeah, you
Be
DTF.
say it in a romantic way.
Okay, can I take you to dinner
No, start from the
tomorrow?
beginning. So you follow them out.
Follow them out, and you're like,
Is it sunny?
hey, I don't fucking
So
know.
set
John.
the scene.
Set the scene. You know what? No, it's snowing. And you're like,
That could be hot.
I've got to make sure that your car is cleared off. Like, hey, you need help. You need help clearing off your car.
Let me warm your seat. Let me warm your seat for you.
All I'm thinking of is dick right now. So I can't set the scene. It's just too hot.
I would be like, you need to leave.
Too hot.
You need to leave, lady.
All right, let's just move on because I feel like we've
But we both agree,
butchered
wait
this
till after
question.
services are done.
Yeah.
I don't know how
And
you're
then
going to get their
follow
information.
them to their car.
I don't agree with
and
that.
Fuck.
Wow.
Next question.
And as a reminder, today's episode is sponsored by EveryPlate. Are you in need of a summer refresh? Well, we've got just the thing for you. Check out the new curated collection of refreshing veggie-full recipes from EveryPlate. Get ready to indulge in feel-good food that will invigorate your taste buds and nourish your body. Picture yourself enjoying a mouth-watering feta stuffed salmon salad or savoring a satisfying Mediterranean steak and rice bowl. And for those looking for nutritious and delicious meals, try the one-pan sweet chili turkey lettuce wraps or the one-pan chicken fajitas with pico de gallo. All these dishes are packed with flavor and come in at 650 calories or less. The best part, you can customize every plate meals to your liking, with options to swap proteins and sides or even add a protein to a veggie dish. You have the freedom to create meals that suit your preferences. It's all about making it your way. Every plate offers an incredible variety of 26 tasty and affordable recipes to choose from each week. Whether you need a quick 15-minute dinner or a breakfast option available 24/7, they've got you covered. And if you're craving more, you can explore up to 22 additional sides, lunches, snacks, and desserts, and more. It's a win-win to your taste buds and your wallet. And the best part, every plate saves your precious time on those busy weeknights. No more scrambling for recipe ideas or spending hours in the grocery store. It's all conveniently delivered to your doorstep. Get started now with every plate today for just $1.49 per meal. Yes, you heard that right. By visiting everyplate.com/podcast and entering the code GIVE49, you can enjoy this incredible offer. Again, that's everyplate.com/podcast and enter code GIVE49 to start enjoying delicious meals at an unbeatable price.
And as a reminder, today's episode is sponsored by Cerebral. Are you tired of spending a fortune on traditional therapy sessions? Well, we have great news for you. Introducing Cerebral, the 100% online mental health service that provides expert therapy and medication management for anxiety, depression, insomnia, stress, burnout, and so much more. Did you know that the average cost of a therapy session is over $100? That's thousands of dollars per year. But with Cerebral, you can receive top quality care without breaking the bank. Here's how it works. Simply take a brief assessment, and Cerebral will match you with a personalized care team based on your unique needs and preferences. No more waiting for weeks to be seen. In fact, 80% of our members see a provider within 5 days. But what about the cost? Don't worry, Cerebral has you covered. We offer affordable plans that are available with or without insurance. Plus, we have a special offer just for our listeners. When you sign up today, you'll receive access to Cerebral's Strong Start package. This incredible offer allows you to save up to $160 when you buy 2 or 4 months of care in advance, depending on your plan selection. Don't miss out on quality mental health care that's accessible and affordable. Visit Cerebral.com/straight to get started. That's Cerebral.com/straight. Join Cerebral today and take the first step towards a happier and healthier life. I've been married for 15 years, together for 17. I lost my virginity in high school, and the girl who took it reached out to me through Instagram about a year ago. Back then, I didn't know what to do in bed very well, and it was a one-time thing. Is it messed up that I fantasize and want to show my virginity taker how better and more experienced I am now? We do randomly text flirtatious things back and forth. She tells me about her sex life, and I tell her about mine. Should I keep entertaining this or get rid of it?
You both are single?
Dude, he's married. He's been married for 15 years.
Why do I keep skipping? Did you say it right in the beginning?
Yes,
That is my bad. Fuck you, sir.
Dude, what the fuck? No.
Man, this could have went in such a better conversation if you both were single. I'd be like, hell yeah, do it. Get your confidence back.
Show her that
Be
good
the hero. And maybe you start a relationship from there. It seemed like a good convo back and forth.
Okay,
you guys were
like,
open.
Right. But because you're both not, or you're not single, immediate no. The fact that you're even like asking this question, like, fuck you. That is so disrespectful for your wife. The fact that you're even having this conversation, these types of conversation with someone else, like, you're not just fantasizing about showing
his
the girl
wife might be open. You don't know.
Okay, sure. In a perfect world. You don't know.
In a perfect world.
For him.
I
For
was
him.
like, excuse me. You want to be.
For him. Not us. Unless it's a massage therapist.
Or Kate Beckinsale.
I just think that this is an immediate no. And you having this fantasy about showing someone like the new skills that you've learned because you're more experienced, like everyone gets more experience like over time. Are you supposed to go back to your first of everything?
If I was single, I would. 100%. I would try to hook up with everyone I gave horrible sex to. Just to like, be like, guys, John, I'm not as bad as
according to you, you've laid beautiful pipe your entire life.
I want to be like 20 and older for me.
Oh, just 20?
21 and older.
Wait,
below
I'm so
that,
confused. Like,
below that, don't judge me.
oh, like you wish that you could go back and show everyone all of the skills that you've learned from 21 and below.
Like anyone that I hooked up with before I was 21, it was just probably
But
horrific.
now you would go to jail if you did that. Oh, you're saying
What are you talking about?
You mean the same people.
People like you are. That's what's. I'll go to jail because you confused what I was saying.
Like below 21.
No,
fuck. Below 18. I'm like, wow,
No,
John,
no.
you're almost 40.
No. The only thing you have to ask yourself to this question is, if you asked your wife this question that you are asking us now, how would she feel and how would she respond?
Facts.
Because this would be a different conversation if we knew, is your wife open? Because if your wife's open, we could have a whole nother discussion.
I'm just going to assume she's probably not.
Yeah. So, dude, like, it's fucking obvious. Don't do it.
Next question. I'm engaged to the man of my dreams. He's perfect for me, except for one thing. His mother has documented his entire life online, including every relationship he's ever had. There are so many photos, including holiday trips, celebrating milestones, and even day-to-day activities, all involving his ex-girlfriends. This has regularly caused problems in our relationship, as I know every place he's ever been to and with who. I feel like some things I didn't really need to know or see with my own eyes. He has asked her to delete the photos in the past, but she hasn't. I might actually call off the engagement because I can't unsee anything. What do I do? I feel like that's a little fucking dramatic. You're going to call off your engagement because your fiance's mom has a profile with albums from your ex's past. What?
I mean, I'm sure she's going to do it with you as well.
Right. Like, is she not
this would be different
new?
if she's not taking any photos
She's
of
only reposting old pictures of him and his ex.
Yeah, then that could be different.
My gosh. But I just feel like she just doesn't like, it's in the past. It's things that exist online. Like, to get your panties in a bundle over this, I feel like, yeah, is it annoying? For sure. But to call off your engagement because of something that your fiance's mom has done and posted back in the day, who cares?
Get her.
I just think that's like a little dramatic. Get the fuck over it. Grow up.
Grow up.
Well, I mean, what do you think?
I don't know why I just repeated what you said. I'm like, yeah, grow up.
Yeah, Dr. John has left the building.
And now I'm shutting down. I'm like focused. I'm like, yeah, grow up.
No. Idiot.
I would like to know, is she documenting your life as well?
Right.
Because if she's not,
it sounds like
that could be a different story.
There's some underlying reasons why you're more annoyed with her. Like, I don't even know that I've ever looked at like your mom's social media to see who's been posted on there in the past.
I think it's
or, like,
also
your dad.
Has to do with your confidence
Like,
too.
Are you have too much time on your hands? Like, what are you doing? Sorry, continue.
This motherfucker.
Go.
I'm just saying, I think it also is a insecurity thing, maybe. Could be, because why do you even care?
Right.
Like, be confident in your own self and your relationship, and then she'll fucking do the same thing for you.
And look towards the future. Like, it's not like your fiance did anything wrong. It's not even like his mom is doing anything wrong. Like, she posted those in the past.
I could see everyone gets triggered by different things, but this kind of goes back to the other question about the name. Would you date someone with a name? It's just like, these are such, at least to us, these are little things, but could be triggering big things to other people. But from being in a relationship for so long, there's so many
like,
other
pick and choose your battles.
Things that like you should be focusing on in your relationship just to keep it going smoothly.
You know what? I think people just have too much time on their hands. Like, what? You're almost looking for things to like be annoyed at that point.
Or a way to get out.
Maybe. And that's it too. That's why I'm saying like there has to be some other underlying issues like under the surface why.
But I don't want to downplay like if this is an issue for this person, because everyone, like I just said, gets triggered by different things. Like if this is a big issue, like
then block his mom. You don't have to look at her shit.
Yeah, that's a great piece of advice.
What are you have literally not said one thing except yeah,
What are you talking about? I just said like look inside, make sure this is something that's actually a big deal to you. Like pick and choose your battles, like you said. I wouldn't block your mother-in-law.
Like,
have you spoke to your mother-in-law and be like, this is what it kind of concerns me or upsets me that you have all these other things about his past relationships,
But people have had gone through divorces and have full wedding films, wedding albums, like of your relationships. Are you just supposed to pretend like that didn't happen and burn all of those photos?
I'm so confused. Is it still going on, or has it stopped?
I mean, it just says there are so many photos, including holiday trips, celebrating milestones, and even day-to-day activities involving his ex. I mean, it doesn't say that it's continuing.
She's like a supportive mom and happy. Like,
right.
We don't have enough information.
I know.
Because if she's doing it with you guys, then you shouldn't say shit.
Right.
But if she's not documenting anything, she probably doesn't like you.
She probably also just doesn't know how to delete things after posting them. Like, I feel like my mom would also be like, how do I delete this now?
And also, is she still posting this? There's like 3 pieces of information we don't know. Anyways.
Next question. My boyfriend and I have been together for 6 months and have had a great time getting to know each other. We've been able to solve our problems with good communication, except for one. A couple of months into dating, my boyfriend had made a comment during a discussion we were having that my sister was more attractive than I was. Around the same time, he also mentioned that I had a lot more to gain from our relationship than he did because I'm a single mom of 2 children, with one of them being autistic, where he is more financially stable and has no kids. These 2 comments have really impacted my confidence and sense of security in my relationship with him. He apologized very quickly afterwards, said he was projecting his own insecurities onto me and that he didn't mean to make me feel less than. How do I move on from this and create a more confident and secure self in my relationship with him?
That's a huge dig. Those are huge
sucks,
digs.
It's like once you say shit like that and you take a deep dig or like a low blow, you can't take that back. It's like, yeah, you can apologize for it, but the other person never forgets it. Clearly you have not. I wouldn't.
I just think, yeah, he can't go back from saying that comment. Cop out him being like my own insecurities. Like no, that's how he actually thinks. I hate people when they get in fights, they go for the lowest blow possible. Like
right.
That is so immature and not an adult way to have an argument. Like you don't just because people confide in you. Confide in you. It's like, yeah. Like carry that shit to the grave. You don't throw that back in someone's face. And like, that's super fucked up on his part. Like, I don't blame you for
feeling the way that you feel.
Yeah. It's just, I guess you have to decide if you can get over it or not.
I think it's also though, like actions, you're just going to have to.
Actions speak louder than words. So just because he said his own insecurities and like apologize to you with words, what's he doing that has changed since then?
Right. And even if it was a low blow, like some people say things and like they can't fucking take it back. But as long as he's actively trying to make you feel secure, or again, I think that you have to do that on your own as well and know your worth and not try not to remember those comments that he made. Of course, keep them in the bank. You're never going to forget them, but like, don't harp on that. Look forward, know your worth, know that you're valuable. And if these are things that he's going to continue to show you his true colors. So I just feel like those are just like 2 red flags that he showed you. But I just feel like if he's not a good person for you, he's going to continue to reveal himself.
So you're saying give it some time?
Yeah, because see how it goes. Of course, I think that like people, even though you give a low blow, it's not that it's unforgivable, you know?
People say shit in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just see how he acts and treats you. Give it some time.
Yeah.
Before you make a decision.
But it is one of those things, though, that I wouldn't just sweep under the rug, you know? I'd be interested to see like what he's doing in your relationship, like how the health of your relationship is as a whole.
Agree. But good luck.
Next question. My boyfriend recently told me that he keeps sexual videos of him and past women. He hasn't deleted them, and he said that he keeps them in an album on his phone that he just keeps passing down from phone to phone for years. I expressed that they make me uncomfortable, and all he said back was it was just like looking at porn, but with him in it, and he won't delete them, and there is no attachment to the women in the videos. Am I overreacting by feeling uncomfortable and wanting him to delete the videos? So you're telling me that this man has sex tapes of him and his ex on his phone and he wants you to be okay with that?
I'm pretty sure porn is probably more acceptable than that.
Right.
Because he used
to be romantic with
getting off to old videos of him and his previous
relationships.
Oh my God. Because then I'd feel some type of way like, what if we get in a fight, you know, and you have these videos and like, is it going to make you think about getting back with your exes? What if our sex life's not good because of that? Or because he's living in the past a little bit with it.
He's like wanting to be the star. He's like, it's me and it's like porn, but I'm in it. Like
that's irrelevant. He's saying that as an excuse to like make it feel like it's kind of it's okay.
But like it's you looking at previous relationships, like you were in love with these people, or at least had some sense of like a romantic partnership with this person when you were fucking them, and you're looking back at this and then getting off to it. What? In what world is that okay? You are not overreacting at all. That is so uncomfortable. I would break up with you. I would leave you.
I don't blame you.
Would you, like, I mean, if the roles were reversed, if I was like, no, John, this is my spank bank.
That'd make me feel kind of insecure for sure. Like, excuse me? You're like, hold up.
I'm like, no, John, I'm not like looking up. That is what? That is just insane to me that anyone would think that that is normal behavior. And you know what? Who am I to deem like what's normal and not normal? If it's normal to him, great. Then find someone else who thinks that that is quote unquote normal.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you ever think that people who write these questions in and then we answer the questions, they like take it and they're like, see, look what Alex and John said.
And then they hate us.
Yeah. They're like, these fucking random people talking about our lives.
I have no idea. I would, perhaps. I'd be like, John, maybe I'll write in one day. And
we answer your question.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're like, look at bitch.
Listen,
look at here,
John,
bitch.
Listen what you answered to our own problem.
So I need to pay attention
It's a good idea.
to the questions.
I
basically.
should actually do that.
Maybe I'll do it.
Next question. My fiance and I have been together for 4 years, and a few months into our relationship, I heard a rumor from a friend of a friend that ended up being true. It turns out that my fiance's brother was dating a girl that my fiance had a one-night stand with over a decade ago. My fiance's brother and his girlfriend tried to attack me when I said that I was not okay with this dynamic and wanted nothing to do with them. I was also upset with my fiance for a while, but we sorted through our issues and he apologized profusely for keeping this from me. It has been years since we have had contact with them, and he just got married to this girl. His parents have apparently been pretty distraught over their relationship since they found out that she has been with both of their sons, but they are still accepting of her, and they even tried to guilt trip my fiance into going to their wedding. He has been adamant about not wanting to support their relationship and thinks his brother is making a life-altering mistake. I want to vomit thinking about having a sister-in-law that has slept with my future husband. I can't help but feel that I will have problems for the rest of my life when I marry into this family. Any advice?
I mean, what are you going to do about it besides isolate yourself from them?
Normally, I would be like, oh, who cares? Like, he had a one-night stand in the past. Like, that's not, who is your fiance supposed to like track who this girl dates now? But the fact that now, like, I want to pretend like it wouldn't bother me, but like, if someone who you put your penis in was marrying into our family and I know how to be like, you're my sister-in-law,
right,
that would probably bother me. I'd be like, you fucked him and you fucked him? No.
I don't blame them like for how they feel. It's just like, what are you going to do about it? You either make amends and you move on because it's family's family. It depends on how you feel about that. Or you're just like, you don't fucking have contact with them. You already haven't had contact with them for years. What's another 30 years?
I mean, I guess it's just like one of these things that are out of your control. Like, you can't control what other people do. So to lose sleep over this, it's just going to impact you. Like, you have to know that like your brother-in-law is going to do whatever the fuck he wants.
You can't control what other people do.
Exactly.
Right.
And if your brother-in-law is okay knowing that his wife also slept with his brother, that's on him. You know what I mean? Like, you have a relationship with your husband, and I think you just have to look at that.
Fiance, Alex.
Or fiance, whatever. You have to focus on the relationship with your fiance and know that, again, the past is the past. And like, as long as what you guys have is strong, I think that that's what you have to focus on. I mean, it's not just like, you don't have to pursue a relationship with this girl, but also, again, it's out of your control. Like, what is stressing and getting annoyed about it really going to do for you?
I feel bad for the parents too. It's like there's so much tension between like the two brothers now. And like, as parents, I'm sure you want to see your children getting along, spending time together. And it's like house divided.
Healthy relationships, yeah. I mean, I'm sure this is not the first time that this has happened, with brothers and siblings. But I just think that this isn't one of those things that like you could really do much about, because if he loves her, he's going to marry her. I just think you and your husband have to have a solid foundation and focus on each other. in the future.
And what? So either you guys talk or you don't talk. That's basically it. Like you either have a relationship or you don't have a relationship. That's what it comes down to.
What else are you supposed to do? Just like harbor this like anger, you know, because she slept with your husband 10 years ago. Like she didn't know, and your husband didn't know. I mean, I think if anything, it's more weird that his brother wants to marry this girl who had slept with his brother. They're not just now actual brothers, they're Eskimo brothers. Yeah. But but that's my point, is like, if he's okay with it, then who cares? Like, yes, is it weird? Can it bother you? Of course. But like, two things can be true at once. You could be annoyed, but you also can just accept it and move on because there's nothing else you can do.
I honestly don't know what I would do. I'm sure I would let it marinate forever. And then eventually, once my mind is like, okay, we're done being petty, then I would move on from it.
Like, I'm trying to think, like, so the same scenario would be if my sister ended up marrying a guy that I had a one-night stand with 10 years ago. Would that bother you? I don't even know that I would remember. I don't even know. I'd be like, sure, you could marry him. Like,
no, I don't think it would bother me because, like, I met your ex all the time. I met him so many different times and didn't.
But it's not like he was part of the family. And an ex is different than a one-night stand. You know, like a one-night stand, that's so different than having a loving relationship with someone.
How about we just leave it as like time will tell, right? Like, obviously you're not okay with it now, so don't force it. Maybe down the road you will be okay with it.
Right.
So like you said, so what you could do in the meantime is focus on your relationship, like you said, build that strength or whatever connection with your fiance, grow with him, and then maybe down the road you'll be more accepting of it. So I don't think you have to like make a decision right now.
Mm-hmm. True.
Love Dr. John. Love Guru John. I like love
Dr. John. Next question. My husband and I have been married for 12 years. We recently went through a trial separation, and during that time we were separated, he instantly started dating. So I did the same. However, after seeing the dating pool, we decided to get our marriage in order and make it work. We had an open discussion about what went on while we were separated, and he admitted he let a girl I absolutely hate give him a blowjob. In my anger, I fessed up that my ex's size was actually bigger than his.
Oh, that's cold.
For whatever reason, he cannot let that detail go and has blamed me for his inability to keep an erection. However, I feel like it's the thought of him wanting the girl that I hate that causes this and not my confession. Am I wrong? Do you think he is telling the truth? Why does size matter to a guy? I mean, I married him, so I'm satisfied with his D.
I mean, talking shit about your dude's pecker is always going to make him...
Okay, but
it's a low blow. It's just a low blow, but not...
Both of these are low blows. Like, but also, I have a lot of questions
But
here.
he's the one with the issue.
Number
now,
one.
Right? Not her.
I think it's like what? Erectile dysfunction?
Yeah, but he's the one with just like the one that can't get over it. She's over it, right? Or she's not over it.
Okay, well, there's a lot to unpack here. So one that I think is funny is that you guys started dating and then immediately were like, fuck this. Dealing with our marriage is better
than dealing with what's out there.
With what's in the dating pool. Number two, my question is, you said he let a girl you hate give him a blowjob. Who do you hate? Like, how do you know this person? How is he like, I know that this is my wife's enemy. She's going to suck my dick. How did that work?
There must have been they obviously know each other
or
and know each other well enough.
After she gave the blowjob, like, how did he just go out and select someone that you already hate to suck his dick?
He's like,
and she agreed. Yeah, like what?
Susan.
What's
up?
I know my wife hates Susan, so Susan is going to get me off tonight.
So my question is, though, you guys split up on mutual terms, though, right?
Yes.
I just feel like that's kind of like a low blow for him to do that. For like, if you guys were both you both agree, like, let's just like go our separate ways.
Well, I guess when you're separated, like, you could date other people.
Out of everyone, he's like, I'm gonna get Susan.
Oh, right, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, for him to choose, that's my point. Is like,
that's cold-blooded on his end. He chose
someone. Like, I would also give a low blow, and also to your point,
she's in the right. I get it.
Well, I mean, yeah, like, obviously, you didn't have to like go and say something like that to him, but like, he also didn't have to go and get your enemy to suck his dick.
You made fun of his dick. He actually used his dick. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? I think the levels of who...
And him him trying to
fucks
blame
someone more?
you
Yeah.
and him trying to blame you and be like, this is your fault. Like, bitch, you had someone sucking your dick. I'm just making fun of yours. Like, these are not equal.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
He probably wants to go back to Susan.
Well, that's what she's saying. She's like, however, I feel like the thought of him wanting the girl I hate is what's causing his erectile dysfunction. Not
But like she's saying she thinks he's thinking about her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like not getting off with his wife, but now getting off to the thought of her enemy.
New blood. Thinks the grass is greener.
I have a lot of questions.
I mean, what are the odds that you're like, okay, we're just gonna, hey, it was real. I wish you best of luck. And then he's like, boom, I'm gonna go get.
But the question here, like, she's not like asking relationship advice. It just says, like, for whatever reason, he cannot let go of the detail that I blamed him for his inability to keep. Oh, wait. He cannot let go of this detail that she said that her ex's dick was bigger. And so the issue is now that he can't keep an erection and he's blaming her.
I think that's
for
a
saying
stretch.
that.
I think that's a stretch.
Well, of course it's a fucking stretch.
Oh, well, okay. You're asking me, I'm like, that's a stretch.
Everything's a stretch except your husband's dick.
Oof, Jesus.
And don't let him hear that because I don't want him to be mad at us too.
Yeah, please don't come after me. Or Alex. You can go after Alex.
So
just
no,
leave me out of it.
I just think, yeah, like you are correct in knowing that he's taking this out of proportion, blowing this out of proportion here. He's using this as an excuse to just blame you.
Yep, I agree.
But what should she do?
I mean, was the dating pool that bad? Was the dating pool that bad compared to now the situationship you're currently in?
True. I think maybe like you weren't. I don't want to say that like the dating pool is great. We haven't dated in forever, but I just think like those things take time when you're out there dating. And of course, you're always
How
going to
long
think,
were they?
let's go back to what's comfortable. I just always remember getting out of relationships and being like, oh my God, dating sucks. Like it's the worst. And then you get over this hump and you're like, wait a minute. The world is my oyster.
The hump that you get over is being comfortable with being by yourself.
Right.
That's the hump. It takes time, but once you get over that hump, man, everything's so much better.
And I think too, that's worth that's better than being in a shit relationship. Like
100%.
Being confident in yourself and being single, get cats, get a dog.
Trust your first instinct of separating. Trust that.
We're also not saying like if you and your husband want to work on your marriage, do that. Like that is also a good thing.
Sure, I guess. But
if
you
he's
guys
gonna let this little dick comment get to him and like he's trying to blame you, like there's more issues there.
You split up for a reason. You split up for a reason. Have confidence in yourself as an individual, and you're going to grow so much stronger learning about yourself and growing as a person, and then a relationship can come after that. I just don't think people always go from one and then they're like, oh, let me see the dating pool immediately. Like that is not healthy.
Right. You have to work on yourself.
Yeah.
And while I agree with you that yes, like maybe being single and getting a divorce could be the answer here, I just do think though that like there's clearly communication issues and personal confidence issues that you maybe both have to work on, or your husband more, and that would help resolve a lot of like what's going into your marriage. Get a couples counselor. I don't know that like I think you guys made the decision to work on your marriage. Commit to it, go talk to someone, have a third party and be like, my husband won't let this comment go, but he went out and got sucked off. And that's an issue, you know? Like if you're able to forgive him for that, he can't forgive you for this fucking comment. Get over it.
I think also if you can't get a fucking erection, go get some pills.
There's just a lot of things to fix here, but like they're fixable.
I know, but like, is he doing anything about it?
It's just a matter of wanting to do the work.
Is he just continuously blaming you? Like, I can't get my dick hard because of the comment you made. Now, how many times does this happen? Like, is he doing anything proactive about it? Like, okay, either way, I can't get my dick hard. So what am I going to do? If I want to work on my relationship, that intimacy is huge. So maybe I should go get dick pills so I'm satisfying both of us.
I also don't think, though, that just getting dick pills is going to be the answer, John. That's a Band-Aid.
They're not having sex. That's going to be a huge Band-Aid.
I know, but there's a reason behind that as well. I just think that you can seek therapy and counseling, and you have to work on the inside before you could work on the outside.
All right, I agree, but get dick pills. Anyways, God, I feel like we did, well, I thought I did really good. You were
John.
okay, but Dr. Love Guru John crushed
yeah, John,
it.
you're really the one I don't know what I'm trying to say. Sailing the ship. Like what's like
sailing the
like,
ship?
What's
steering the ship?
steering the ship?
I am the captain.
I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
I'm just saying, I feel like at least 4 out of how many questions were there? 6?
A few more than that.
7.
Sure.
I crushed 4 out of 7 questions. You're welcome. And you're welcome. Anyways, our icks. Let's move on.
What is your ick, John? Is it a personal ick? Like an
No,
ick
I
about
feel like
me?
I haven't attacked you lately. I will give you a compliment though. Since you stopped drinking, you have stopped snoring. Well, no, you're snoring a little bit, but I could sleep through it. It's not that bad, which is interesting.
Again, drinking affects your sleep. The thing is though, like I was still snoring on nights that I wasn't drinking, but I wonder if it was like a rollover effect, you know?
Yeah, it's like the toxins are, because it takes a while for that to get out of your body.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
I also don't think you're in REM. I don't know this. When you're snoring like that, you can't be in REM sleep.
I have no idea about like sleep cycles. I should probably do a sleep study.
I know if you remember your dreams, it's not a good sleep. Like a peaceful sleep, a good sleep is like you don't remember shit.
I don't want to say anything that I'm like not sure of. Fun fact, John.
Fun fact, John, this is what I fucking heard. So I don't know if it's real or not. Somebody tell me. But what's your ick?
My ick is, as much as I love LA, there are some bougie fucking places that think that their shit don't stink. And listen, while I get it and I'm ultimately a rule follower, like I know why rules are put in place, like dress codes. Sure. So I go to this restaurant I'm meeting my friend at in Beverly Hills and they go, I'm sorry, ma'am, you can't come in. You don't fit in the dress code. And I'm like, what?
Excuse me?
Excuse me? I look very nice. And she goes, we don't allow ripped jeans. And I was like, I'm not wearing ripped jeans. My jeans did not have holes in them, which is rare. They usually do. And she goes, well, they're distressed. And I'm like, what does that mean?
Like, don't use big words with me.
Distressed?
Woman.
I am not stressed. You are. And yeah, like the little phrase by my pockets were distressed. Like, you know, they had some strings. And so I had
extra for that, right?
Yeah, I guess I pay extra for that. So I took my jacket off and wrapped around my waist and I said, better. And then she let me in. But I was pissed.
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck? When there was people.
Some people just want a power trip. Be like,
yeah, and that's kind of how I felt.
Oh,
But that's
you want to get
ick.
in here? You want to get in here to this club?
This just reminded me though. It wasn't an ick. You gave me a compliment and you said that I wasn't snoring. That's where that conversation snowballed. But anyway,
okay.
So yeah, no, my ick is just some places going out of their way for a power trip where I was like, I look fabulous.
I look like a snack.
And then there was a girl who came out who was also not let in because she was wearing a crop top. And I was like, that is not a crop top. I was wearing a shirt the same length as her. So I think they were just like picking and choosing who to not let in.
Wow, we have like way polar opposite icks.
What's your ick?
Mine involves us and our nightmare with the brush removal.
Oh, yeah. Another thing that we learned in California.
Dude, LA, man, is just killing us. I didn't know. So I think we talked about it last week. So I got to get people in to like remove all this vegetation. We're on like a mountainside cliff. And so the quote I got, I haven't gotten money quotes yet, but they're like, well, I'll just let you know this. We have to rappel down to clean off this mountainside. Not only that, we have to get a traffic person to stop with a stop sign and to direct it. And then he goes, and then the second quote I got, they go, we're not going to do it. I'm like, why? Is it because you have a mass amount of poison oak? I'm like, what?
So like, what do we do?
So I have to get a special person in there to like kill all the poison oak first.
We're going to get fined in like 1 week if it's all not taken care of. And it's just everything costs money. But I
almost wonder if we take the fine and not do anything.
I know, but then is it like until next year? But also we have to do something because it's like trees are down.
There's this massive oak tree that's down on the side of the hill. And they're like, if that tree falls on someone, we're liable. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, of course. I mean, but it's not a part of our property that we don't even see. That's what I don't understand is like, at least other places that I've lived, that we've never heard of this. Like there's no HOA. I would get it if it's like on our yard, we have to like make it look nice and maintain it. It's beautiful and nice. But like this is the woods. Like when do you have to maintain woods?
I don't know.
We can't even like utilize that land. It's literally a cliff.
I'm just glad when I talked to our buddy Wes, who's a firefighter, and he was saying there's some properties that your property line goes over the road. Even if it's a public road, you're in charge of that part of the road. So if there's potholes and shit on this main road, you have to fix it.
It's just like more ways to make money, I feel.
Of course.
Anyways.
It's just like, oh, this just kills me. I hate it.
It wouldn't be as bad if the weather was nice.
No, that is so fucking irrelevant. No, it wouldn't be as bad if we didn't have to spend.
We just feel bad about it because it's been very cloudy here lately.
Right.
That's why.
That's right. Cool.
Not because we're getting robbed.
Anyways, I'm just annoyed with that. Oh, it's terrible.
Do you have any personal icks? I mean, like geared towards me?
Nope.
Wow, look at us.
You?
No.
Perfect.
Wow,
Good.
we're perfect, John.
Good job.
Go team.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode.
And share
Get off me.
With your friends. We love your support. We love your reviews. John, you want to read one?
Subscribe, email, comment. Let me read a review. Who's going to be first? Cray01. Love these two so much. We started following them on Insta years ago and were so pumped when we heard about the podcast. Now my fiance and I always are trying to beat each other and listening to it first. I typically win. I'm the weirdo listening in the gym and dying laughing. Seriously, the best part of my Tuesdays.
Love it.
Love to hear it.
I also love listening to podcasts in the gym. That's when I listen to them. When do you listen to them?
Never.
Never.
I play like a little game on my phone. It's like Risk, like the board game. I'm trying to conquer countries. Right now
game.
I'm doing like the Revolutionary War.
You don't have I thought for some reason you had like a fishing app and a pizza making app and a farm app. It's
I lose interest quick.
How many games that you have on your phone?
They're free. I erase them once I get bored or they get too hard.
Once they get too hard.
Even though they're like for ages 3 and up. I can only make pizzas so fast. I'm so fucking over this. This person's like, I want 10 cheese pizzas, 10 cheese and pepperoni pizzas, 10 olive cheese sausage pepper. I'm like, I'm over it.
You're like, as soon as my blood pressure starts to raise.
The last thing I need is something. 10 o'clock at night, I'm in bed. I'm like, oh my God, these fucking pizzas.
I'm like, John, what are you doing? Why are you crying? My customers hate me. I can't keep up with orders.
I got a 2-star Yelp review.
Is that what happens?
I do get reviews. And it looks like how I put the sauce on the pizza. I fuck
place?
up. No, it's already named.
Oh, it's already okay.
But it takes a screenshot of like the pizza I made and it looked like fucked up sauce on the pizza because I was trying to do it so quick.
Oh my God.
These fuckers.
That's stressful.
Bad
I guess
review.
it prepares you for the real world. Like people are going to hate no matter what. You better do a good job.
You can make a perfect pizza and they'll still hate it.
True.
Anyways, thanks
you
guys
for tuning in. You can find us at Give It To Me Straight Podcast everywhere. You could reach us at hello@giveittomestraightpodcast.com. And that's it. We will see you next week.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Bye.